Hi, hello, how are you? Good morning, happy Sunday. I'm solo this week. Skylar left for Mexico Friday. They like stayed at a family friend's house. All of them went down yesterday. I think they're on a boat now. He texted me for a little bit when he got back to his hotel. They were like out in Mexico having lunch, dinner, bar hopping, and then when he got back to his room, he texted me. It was like 3 in the morning, and I just so happened to like roll over and hear my phone ding. So I was texting him for a bit this morning around like 3 or 4 a.m. and then again right before he left. So they were leaving, checking out of the hotel. They're getting onto a boat, and if I don't hear from him, that is good, because that means nothing happened. They're on the boat, and I shouldn't hear anything from him, I think, until Saturday, next Saturday. So I'm by myself this week. I'm going to go get my toes done. I do just a French tip gel, and I feel like it lasts a month. The gel lasts a really long time. The paint doesn't polish. Even when it grows out, you can't really tell, but my like nails are getting kind of long, so I need to go get them done. Also just kind of like a nice thing for myself. After that, I need to go to Michael's. The tapestry project that I'm working on that I showed you guys, unfortunately, I ran out of the like dark blue that I'm using for 90% of the project, and I went to Michael's yesterday and I picked up a dark blue by the same brand. It's the same color, but they're different lines. So I use Loops and Threads, Soft Classic, and they also have an Impeccables line. And the Impeccables is a lot softer and the yarn is thinner. So I think the hook recommendation is 5mm. For the Soft Classic, which is like just a tiny bit thicker, it's 5.5. And the color is different. It says it's the same color, but I brought it home and it is different. So I'm gonna return it, see if they got any in stock. But I was looking yesterday and it is out of stock everywhere, like within a 30-mile radius. Not a single Michael's has that color. So I did buy like $40 worth of yarn to do a Princess Mononoke tapestry for Skylar, and I guess if they don't have that, I'm gonna start on that today. I do really need to catch up on my temperature blanket. I'm like 2.5 months behind. I have all of the like temperatures and the dates and stuff listed in my phone. I just haven't been working on it, and it's going to take me a really long time to catch up, and it's just hot, and having it on me, I haven't been wanting to work on it. But I think I'm going to try to do like 5 or 6 rows of that today and then start the Princess Mononoke tapestry. I need to go to the grocery store to get stuff to feed just myself this week. I'm going to do simple meals, nothing crazy, so that the kitchen doesn't get super dirty, and so that I can just kind of spend more of my time after work relaxing this week. Reading wise, I did start, I just have the sleeve, Jade Fire Gold. This is the actual book. I really like this cover and the like title on the side, but this is the main cover. I always take them off when I read, just because I feel like when you open the book, they don't stick. They like bulge out and they just get in the way and bother me. But I am 91 pages in. I went to a friend's house yesterday, 102 pages. Yeah, I went to a friend's house yesterday for a barbecue, and she lives like an hour away. So I listened on the way up and on the way down. I have to kind of listen on a slower speed, still higher than 1 speed, but I think it was like 1.5. But because I'm driving and don't have the physical book in front of me, it needs to be a little bit slower so I can pay attention. But we are following 2 characters, on and oh my god, I can't remember what the guy's name is, but our like female character, she was orphaned at 10. She lives with her ama, who wasn't actually her ama, it's just an old lady that took her in that she calls grandma. The grandma is sick and she's trying to find a way to get medicine for her. She kind of like steals food for them. She's just been fired from her job working at an inn. She's only 16, not a lot of places will hire her. She has like a friend from there, and my like theory, obviously this is like a really big trope. It's like a love triangle between like a prince and your childhood like boy best friend. I saw it in the Selection series. It's in Shadow and Bone. Alina's choosing between like the Darkling and Mal, and now in this. I feel like I've read it in a ton of series. The like new guy that you meet and the childhood best friend that you've had forever, and you don't realize like he's been in love with you this whole time. So that is like the trope that I'm getting. But she steals a sword that she doesn't realize belongs to one of the like priests or guards. The priests in her town use magic, but if you're like a normal person who uses magic, you're seen as like a demon and they try to eradicate you. And so while she's running from these priests, she accidentally kills them, and she kind of gets labeled as a life stealer, which is like a type of magic that people really hate. And then on the like opposite side, so she gets like captured, she's been taken to the emperor, and that's kind of where we left her off. And then our male character, Alton, that's his name, Alton, he was like a crown prince. His father was murdered by his uncle. Him and his mom and his sister fled their like castle, I don't know what it's called, and they are hunted down by his uncle's guards. His mom and his sister are killed. He is able to escape. He lives with nomads for like 10 years or something like that. And he is training up his magic. So An also has magic. He has magic. He is searching for the life stealer. He doesn't know that it's An. They do run into each other in a market, and you get some like backstory on him. He's seeking revenge on the current royal family, his uncle, to kill them for killing his family. He's searching for the life stealer because I guess the plight on their land is due to his great-grandfather, who was also a life stealer, and he thinks that if he kills the current life stealer, it's going to make up for it somehow. And so you know he's looking for the life stealer. Him and An meet, and then after they go their separate ways, you find out she's the life stealer, so somehow they're going to come back together. But there was some like tension between them, hinting that maybe he's going to have a difficult time in killing her and enacting his revenge because he has feelings for her. But I'm enjoying it. I'm going to take my book with me while I get my toes done. I did get my nails done, and I don't think I showed you guys, but the girl that I go to is really, really good, and I don't think that she charges enough. She charged me $38 for this. They are my own nails, so I guess I'm used to the pricing for acrylics, but I think had I gotten this done at the place that I go to normally, it would have been a lot more, and they just wouldn't have done a really good job. So I'm going to take my book with me, read, and then go run some errands, probably get something to eat for lunch, come home, and crochet. Fingers crossed Michaels has the yarn that I'm looking for, and I can keep working on that because I hate like stopping in the middle and starting something else, because I'm worried I'm gonna get really into the Mononoke tapestry and not want to go back to the Valaris one. So we shall see. I also have to keep working on the book cover granny squares. I have a lot of unfinished projects, and it's starting to make my chest feel a little bit heavy, but I will update you when I have made more progress on Jade Fire Gold. Good morning, happy Tuesday. Sorry if you can hear banging in the background. My landlord and his sons are here fixing my fence. I probably could have picked a better time to film this clip, but we're going for it. Basically the whole fence that runs like along our apartment has termite damage, and they've needed to come and fix it for like 2 to 3 years now. We weren't like super concerned about it, especially during wedding planning and the fact that we had to like clean up our backyard before that they could come. But it was really starting to fall apart. Boards were coming down, and I was worried about Marcy. So they're here, they're fixing it, they're almost done. It looks so nice, and I'm just excited to have our backyard look nice and potentially be able to spend some time out there. reading wise, the physical book is in the living room, but I'm still reading Jade Fire Gold. I'm 335 pages in, and there's 449, so I have 114 left. I'm definitely going to finish that tonight. I'm really enjoying it. I don't know if this is a solo book or if it's part of a series. I guess I'll find out as it wraps up. But our two characters have met. Alton now knows that On is the life stealer. They have a little bit of romance going on. I kind of knew that it was going to happen. He is really struggling with the idea still of killing her, but at the same time, every time she has to use her magic to like protect herself or protect them, it also pushes him towards wanting to kill her, because he doesn't believe that regardless of who she is, there should be anybody alive who has the magic that she has. And I'm hoping she's almost able to revert it and use it to bring things to life. The way that the magic is portrayed, when she steals lives, she's able to like bring that energy into herself, and I'm wondering if she can store it and give it to others. That would be interesting. But like I said, I have 114 pages left. I'm going to finish it today. I have been listening to it while crocheting and going to the gym. I had ordered the yarn for my Valaris tapestry. I went to Michael's and I thought that I had gotten it like the right color. I brought it home and it still wasn't correct, so I just ended up ordering it, and I ordered 2 skeins so that hopefully I don't run out. But in the meantime, I'm working on my temperature blanket. I'm still in April for the temperature blanket dates. I think if I crochet like 4 or 5 rows every day for the next like 20 days, 30 days, I will be completely caught up. But I might spend some time working on these tonight, and then I think the blue yarn for my Valaris tapestry gets here Wednesday or Thursday. Just kind of depends on the mail. So I'm trying to catch up on my other projects as much as possible before the Valaris one comes, because I really want to finish that. I did also go to Barnes & Noble. My premium membership had lapsed because paying $25 was fine. $40 I had originally like switched over to, and then in December or January, when it should have re-upped, I had changed my debit card and just hadn't connected it to my Barnes & Noble account. And every time I went in, I was like, oh, I'm already spending $20, $30 on books. I also don't want to spend another $40 on the membership. But I went ahead and I just did it, and I got a tote bag. I really like this like burnt orange, and it just says a bag of books. And the book that I got has been on my list, which is The Prisoner's Throne by Holly Black. So this is book 2 to The Stolen Heir, which is Oak's story. Oak is, I can't remember what the sister is. Jude? Yeah. Jude's younger, like, half-brother. He is the crown prince. I think he gets kidnapped by the daughter of, like, his family's enemies. I haven't read the first book in a while, and, like, the specifics are a little bit blurry to me. But this is the second book to that. It was $5 off. That's why I picked it up. So it was only $15. And I figured it's been on my list and it's on sale, and I was just kind of having like a treat myself day, so I got that, which I'm excited to read. Although where it is on my shelves, I don't have room for it. I'm getting rid of some of my books. I'm gonna try to list them on Pango. I literally have notifications for them. I'm gonna try to list some of the books on there, maybe get a little bit of money back. But most of the time I just donate stuff to the library, although I've had a bag of books in my car for like 4 months now to donate, and I still just haven't, and the library is so close to me. I don't know why, but I'm going to try to list all of them on there. It's about 20 books. I might go through and select a couple more that I just don't have any intention of reading again to hopefully make a little bit more space. But that is my update, and I will talk to you when I have finished Jade Fire Gold. Hello, happy Wednesday. I have been all out of sorts all day today. I did not realize how much my like day-to-day schedule revolved around Skylar. I have just felt super off. Last night I didn't cook dinner. I had chips, like way too many chips right after work. Wasn't hungry, and then at like 8:30 I was like, I'm getting hungry. I have no really want to make dinner, so I ended up ordering something. Didn't feel great about that. Woke up this morning and was just really struggling to get up and get to work. On Wednesdays I've been going in because my coworkers go in, and it's just nice for them to have like me and my program manager there together to ask us questions. So I went in having trouble like focusing on my work. As I was getting ready to leave, I thought about staying, but I left Marcy outside, and it was 101 today, and it was already lunch, like noon, and I was like, no, I have to go home and like bring her in. Went to go pick up my water, realized that after I filled it and put water in it, I didn't put the lid on. So I lifted it up and it spilled all over my desk and on the floor. Thankfully my coworker helped me clean it up. But I've just been feeling really funky today. Again, I didn't realize how much of my day revolved around him, like waking him up and making dinner. Like making dinner has been hard. I'm going to just make mac and cheese tonight, and at least that's like something. But finding the motivation to cook for myself when there isn't somebody else depending on the meal that I'm making has been really hard for me. But I did want to update you on my reading. I finished Jade Fire Gold last night. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was good. I really enjoyed the premise of, I just generally enjoy books that are set almost like historical fantasy, that are set in like Chinese culture or just Asian culture. I feel like the stories are always so rich, like the lore is always so good. So I really enjoyed that. On GOODREADS, it's just one book, but at the end there's like an epilogue that makes it seem like you're going to get another one. This came out in 2021. I'm definitely going to look up the author and see if there's any word of a second one coming out, but I enjoyed it. I did know, I like predicted correctly that our 2 main characters were going to fall in love, that he was going to really struggle with killing her and like standing by this like thing that he'd vowed by saying like, because she's the life stealer, she must die. I knew that he was going to be like, but she's not just the life stealer, she's on. And that's exactly what happened. They kind of like fall in love, but they get to the end and she is like, I don't really know who I am. I have this magic that I don't really know how to deal with. I've been through a lot and I need some time to myself to go and learn about who I am. But like, I think you and I are going to be okay. So there's potential for future romance, but I was appreciative of it not being the full story, which is funny. The next book that I'm going to read is The Summer of Broken Rules, which is a contemporary romance. I don't really read them a lot. I went through a really big phase of where that was like all I read. Like Sarah Dressen and Jodi Picoult really do a lot of contemporary romances, and I loved it when I was in high school and like late middle school. But the next book that I'm going to read is contemporary romance, although I'm not going to start it until tomorrow. Tonight I'm going to start Frieren Volume 5. I'm probably going to read that whole thing later tonight, and then tomorrow I will start Summer of Broken Rules. I don't know anything about it, but we'll see. I found an audiobook on Everend. It's supposed to be unlimited, but towards the end of the month before my subscription re-ups, some of the books are no longer available, and then suddenly they are like a week or 2 later, which is annoying. But I finished that. I also just went to Target and got this Frog and Toad shirt that says Toad sat and did nothing. Frog sat with him. And I just really like that. It's a men's shirt. I haven't been liking any of the like women's graphic tees, but I saw that and I liked it. There's also a cream colored one that says, "We have to stop eating," Frog says, as they continued to eat. So I might go back and get that one. But I originally went to get blinds because the windows that we have here in the living room do not have blinds. There's a window like above our AC unit and a window in the kitchen, and the blinds on both of them broke years ago, and I just want to replace them. And I went to Target for some reason, and I should have gone to Home Depot or Lowe's, so I think I'm going to try to go Friday. Tomorrow I have to work until 6:30, so I'm definitely not going to want to go, but I think Friday I'm going to try. I've been trying to do some of the things around here that we've just been too lazy to do. My sister is great at keeping her house clean constantly. I'm not, but I'm trying to be better. So I will update you when I have made some progress in the Summer of Broken Rules. Good morning, happy Monday. Last time I updated you was Wednesday when I had finished Jade Fire Gold, and I said I was going to update you when I made progress on the Summer of Broken Rules. I didn't read Thursday, I did read Friday and Saturday, and I finished the Summer of Broken Rules. I really used to be into contemporary romance. I read a ton of books by Sarah Dessen and Jodi Picoult. Jodi Picoult's books are more adult and they have some more intense themes, especially 19 Minutes. That is about a school shooting. I would not recommend that if that is something that would bother you to read. But both of their books I really enjoyed, especially Sarah Dessen. My grandma got me some of those books when I was in like middle school and high school. Devoured them. And I devoured the Summer of Broken Rules. The premise is that our main character is at like Martha's Vineyard or something like that for a family wedding. Her and her family go every year. They did not go the previous year because her sister died. I do feel like the component of her sister dying could have been taken out of the story, and it very much would have been the same story without it. But they skipped the year before. They come this year because one of the cousins is getting married. So it's like their family plus the groom's family. And it starts out with our main character. She's like catching the ferry to the island, and she gets a text from her ex who just broke up with her. They had agreed to do long distance when they went to college, and all of a sudden he decides, I just don't think that that's gonna work for me. Breaks up with her, but it's like, I'll still go to the wedding with you. And she's like, fuck no, I don't want you to go to the wedding with me. Like, not if you're not my boyfriend. And as they are getting on the ferry, she's getting like text messages from him, kind of tells her parents like, I'll catch up with you, as they're getting out of their cars to go sit on the upper deck. She like calls him a shithead, says, I didn't want you to come with me. Like, I wanted my boyfriend to come with me, not my shithead ex. By the time this conversation is over, she goes to get out of the car. By the time this conversation is over and she goes to get out of the car, she is blocked in by all the other cars, but they have a sunroof. So she crawls through the sunroof. On her way down, she accidentally kicks a stranger in the face. She's got sunglasses and a hat on. She thinks nobody's going to notice her. She takes off. Instantly, I knew. I was like, that's the guy she's going to fall in love with. Lo and behold, it's the groom's stepbrother. They play like a family game of assassin where you squirt each other with water bottles. You get assigned people. Her grandparents kind of like run it, and it is Claire's favorite game, her sister who passed away. So they're playing in honor of Claire. She makes a pact with Whit. Her name is Meredith. So they make a pact to kind of feed each other information about the other's family. Whit doesn't know her family. She doesn't know his. The goal is to just kind of get them both to the finish line. Obviously, they start having feelings for each other, and I thought it was just super cute. I really enjoyed it. It was about 350 pages. I read like 115 Friday and the rest Saturday. My husband got home, he went to sleep kind of early, and I was like, I'm just gonna stay up reading for a little bit. 12:30 hit, and I was like, oh shit, well I only have 20 pages left of the book, so I finished it. It was super cute, and it just makes me want to read more contemporary romance because you just fly through them, and I felt so good completing this book in 2 days. So that is the book that I read. I am going to end this here. It's the 28th, the 29th, so there's still a few more days left in this month, but I'm just gonna start next week's, or this vlog, when I have made progress with the next book. I'm getting distracted because I'm trying to peel this sticker off, and it came off completely so nicely. That's great. So I'm going to end this here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know how your reading has gone for this month and how you are. Reading has been super great. I have been feeling super great. I'm getting behind on editing again. I didn't upload last week and I didn't edit anything yesterday. Like I said, my schedule was just off, and Skylar was home yesterday, so I didn't edit, which I normally do on Sundays now. So I'm gonna have to do that tonight and tomorrow probably, and just get back into the swing of things and have something uploaded for this Sunday. But July has been really good. June was really good. I turned 29 next month, so I'm hoping that's really good, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.